Welcome back to another Real Talk reaction. This one's for Schitt's Creek, Season 6, Episode number 3. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Tell a friend to keep telling all their friends. We love it. Bring them all through. Thank you.
Alright, just one comment from the last episode from Tim, who says, I love this episode and your reaction was hilarious. Everyone knows the dream. This is probably the most realistic relationship I have ever seen in a show. You know you are a real
Jeez.
Jesus, sorry Tim.
Breathe.
You know you are really a couple when you know every side of your partner. The good, the bad, and especially the mortifyingly embarrassing.
The Pedro.
That's a big facts.
Yeah.
Big facts. Alright, let's get into the next episode right now.
I can see you. Can you see me?
Finally! How many days has it been?
Yeah, sorry about that. We ended up having to extend our research trip, but it was totally worth it because we discovered a new breed of fly that mates with itself.
Yum.
Yum.
Well, I guess this is what you look like after finding some gross fly. I can forgive you for being away for so long.
I've actually been bench pressing 100-pound tortoises because there's no gym here.
Ted, stop making me jealous of turtles.
Tortoises. But I do have to tell you that I've been thinking about you a lot, especially at nighttime.
Oh, what a coincidence. I've been thinking about you a lot at nighttime. I've been all alone and lonely. Oh my god, David! Knock much?
Hi, David.
Hi. Is he dressed?
Yes. Okay, we're celebrating our anniversary. Can you give us some privacy, please?
Kids, just want to let you know I'm taking the car this morning.
You might want to say hi to Ted. He and Alexis were about to engage in cyber sex.
Hi, Ted.
Hi, Mr. Rose.
Alexis, what have I told you about putting your body on the internet? Never, never. That
The roses all just come in.
Well,
We're having a whole
In
conversation.
8 days.
And I haven't seen my furry fatties for weeks.
Hi, Mrs. Rose.
No, we're not engaging with them. Everybody out so I can finish off with Ted.
Sick.
Ugh,
Sick.
please.
They all just be coming in there. Why she still just with the Tad place?
Took you so long.
You said it was an emergency, so I came straight here.
You stopped for coffee?
And a breakfast burrito that I got to...
Involved in the class action lawsuit against Larry Eyre, you are disqualified from applying. All right. Why don't we go
Class
around
action
and I'll
lawsuit?
have each of you state your name and tell us what you consider your biggest weakness.
Ooh.
Right, Stevie Bud, and I'd say my biggest weakness is that I'm
Oh,
disorganized
that's true.
That's true.
and I'm indecisive.
Yes.
I also
Okay, we just needed one. Next.
Hi, David Rose. Would we consider loyalty a weakness? If not, I'm also really honest.
I'm just gonna put down chatty.
Yeah, I'll put down Chaddy.
Well, she said there was nothing she could do. Apparently, I don't have enough assets.
Yeah, she said apparently Johnny doesn't have enough assets.
Yeah, and the problem is, how do you get assets without the loan?
But the problem is, how do you get assets without a loan?
Roland, you're not adding anything to the sentence. You're just repeating what I said. Anyway, I don't know how long this will set us back, Moira. Could be another year or two before we make any headway.
Oh, surely there's some pennywise townsperson.
Hey, Alexis.
Another green smoothie, no greens?
Yeah, if you're making one.
No, I'm asking if you want one.
Okay, try. I didn't, leave anything behind when I popped by earlier, did I?
I don't think so, but if you tell me what you lost, I can ask George if anyone turned it in.
No, it's nothing. It's just a turtle.
What?
His name is Ted, and he's gone, and I can't remember where I put him, and I thought it was the motel, but he could have, crawled out of my purse when I brought him by the cafe earlier.
Okay. Turtles are actually kind of, huge health hazards, so when did you last see him?
Okay, it's been weeks.
but
Weeks.
Between the patchy Wi-Fi and like the
Talking
10-day
about his-
nature
her
trip
actual
and me being alone here, kind of feels like he left the day that he flew to the Galapagos.
the turtle flew to the Galapagos?
No, Ted the turtle is missing. I am now talking about my boyfriend, Ted. Twilight, it would be great if you could
Keep up.
Right. Sorry.
The slowest animal on Earth escaped from me. That can't not be a bad sign.
My mom had a turtle dove that was eaten by her ex-fiance's snake. That was a bad sign.
Oh my god.
And it happened on Valentine's Day. And her fiance was a Satanist. I
There's
think
so
you
many
guys are
things
just going
happening.
through a tough time. But who knows? Maybe you'll be pleasantly surprised by how much closer this brings the two of you. And if it makes you feel any better, turtles actually thrive out of captivity.
Thanks, Twi.
About to get ran over.
Oh, and if you do see Ted like waddling around in the kitchen, just feed him a carrot and shoot me a text.
I hope you're joking.
Me too, girl. Love
Me
you.
too, girl.
Me too. Give me a green smoothie, hold the greens. Well, how about make it green?
This baby behind me has been crying for over an hour now, and I just can't take it anymore.
You and me both. I have shushed them thrice at this point. Now, here are your options. I could either move those two to the back of the plane, or I could offer you some complimentary alcohol to make your flight a little more bearable.
Okay, thank you, David.
Thank you, Carol.
Thank you, Carol.
He's not gonna do the job.
That was a great example
Of what
not to
of
do.
what not to do. David just reminded us of 2 touchstone policies here at Larry Air. No seat changes, and complimentary is not in our corporate vocabulary.
Oh.
5 finger snaps for David!
We don't.
Okay, I think it's time to move on to the final round.
You know what you not do?
If I call your name, please stand up. Rupinder Pins, Tracy Michelson, Felix Ng,
Chasey
and
Michelson.
David Rose.
Yes.
I regret to inform you, you will not be asked to continue the process.
This is so embarrassing. I thought you said David Rose.
I did. Too bad they didn't have a Branzino to debone because you would have got this.
You would have
Hi,
got it.
Carol. It's just that some of us drove some of the other applicants here, so it might just be easier if we all just moved forward into the next round.
I think it's best if you wait in the hall.
I'll be taking some of these complimentary peanuts then.
Oh, as I pointed out, nothing is complimentary on Larry Air.
Taking the peanuts, Carol.
Okay, moving on.
How about I comp you some liquor?
Yeah.
Come on, where's the one thing you cannot do?
Is that now I have a little Alexis here with me, just buzzing around.
I'm just like so happy to see your face.
Me too.
What?
Wow.
We took out a second mortgage on our house.
Yeah, after what went down at dinner, Jocelyn and I started talking, and we figured, well, if it's good enough for Bill Gates to invest in, it's good enough for us to invest in.
Roland, we don't actually know.
I'm sorry, I'm not comprehending.
We are buying into the business.
Oh my gosh,
Say hello
babe.
to your new business partners.
Oh, well, if that's not cause for alcohol, I don't know what is.
She meets that on
have
so
the
many
motel.
levels.
We sure do. Now, first order of business, we need name tags.
I don't believe this, Roland. We will make this work.
Yes.
We'll make it work. Thank you. Thank you, Roland.
All right.
That's a very. Oh, there's a turtle.
Why is there a turtle on the floor?
Alexis.
That's a boy. All right, that was episode 3 of Schitt's Creek, and what a nice look! Another nice episode. David and Stevie part obviously was the funniest part on there. The other part of the show here was definitely a step in the right direction type of thing that's happening right now. Even seeing as though this is the last season, it looks like they're trying to put the pieces together of what's going to happen towards the end, how everybody's going to go their own separate ways, or if things are going to start popping off for the family. And that was a good surprise that Jocelyn and them bought the other motel. So now they can be one partners with Johnny Rose them, which is great. Because now we have 2 motels that we can start together and then maybe grow into 3 and 4 and 5 and just make it a chain, you know? So I think that's a really, really good thing that's happening on there. But it was another funny episode with David trying to be David and cannot accept defeat whatsoever, which I love all day long. And then we finally got to see him in something other than black or white, which is great because he looks good in that blue. But yeah, I mean, and then it was very sweet with Alexis them doing their little date on there. But, you know, again, the show does a lot of things right every single time. It's just a wholesome show. They don't have to have a big overarching thing and all this thing. It's just a good wholesome show, and everybody come through and do their thing and bring the acting and the funny all the time. So I love it, and I can't wait to see another episode.
Yeah, and the fact that we had a whole episode without Patrick, I think just speaks to how high quality all of the actors, obviously these are all the original actors from the series beginning, but like I just thought about it literally in this moment that Patrick wasn't part of this episode. So like the fact that like, again, he's such a huge part, but like I don't need him in every episode either. I just think, again, like, that's how important every single one of the characters are, that they can carry the show in the way that they can, whereas in other shows, if somebody's missing, you absolutely feel it, and it can't stand on its own 2 feet. This show doesn't do that. The 3 story plots, starting with Stevie and David, I absolutely loved all of it. I love the arrogance that David had as far as him thinking that he would get the spot, and honestly, if you were thinking of Stevie and David from like the beginning of the series, you would absolutely think David would get it. But you have to keep in mind, Stevie's been doing customer service and working like consistently over and building this like professional demeanor about herself. So I love the fact that she got it. I'm very curious to see where they're going with her as far as her character development for the final season, because I don't want to see her honestly on a plane and flying and not being here for the rest of the season. I feel like that wouldn't be fulfilling to me in that way. So very curious as to how that plays out. Absolutely thought everything with Alexis and Ted was completely adorable. I love the fact that he named a bug after her. She got a turtle named after him. They're both trying to stay connected even though they have this distance. And the date setup was just adorable. It was just so cute and so Ted and so Alexis, and I appreciated that so much. Because ultimately, I want them to make it. It's the final season. I don't need them to break up. I feel like they worked so hard in their relationship that I want to see them get to the finish line as well. And then I absolutely love the revelation as far as the SCHITT'S buying the hotel and going in business with the Roses, because Moira was talking about at the beginning of the episode that she's so ready to move away, and like they're about to get this big loan and be able to disconnect and get away from this part of their life, and it's the SCHITT'S that came through that ultimately provided them the support they need. And again, the town that she keeps trying to get away from has been the town that supported her in the way that nobody else has. So I love it so much. I almost teared up. I held it together, but like that was very moving and not something I was expecting to see. But it is brilliant writing as far as introducing that now in the final season too. So I absolutely loved it. Mad respect for the writers. That just came together so well. So very excited to see where it goes in the next episode.
All right, well look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Schitt's Creek Season 6, Episode number 3. And until next time, people, peace.